Hi Arnav.
How are you?
Very good. We are meeting after quite some time
Yes,
because
I know.
whenever I call you, you are always traveling. It's good.
Yes.
And I'm glad that we bumped into each other. In fact, I didn't know that you have a booth, but fantastic. It's a good opportunity to meet. So, since it has been almost 7-8 months, we would like to know the progress of your different projects, your India plans and export performance.
Sure.
Just an open-ended thing.
So I think one thing, what's the best thing that's happened in the last couple of years is the acceptance of lab-grown diamonds in all markets. Today I don't believe there's a single market where we are not marketing lab-grown diamonds. Whether it's China, whether it's Japan, which were the latest adopters, to obviously United States, Australia and all were the early adopters. And India also, the consumer has given their verdict. Today there are more people asking me about lab-grown and the fact that they want to buy lab-grown diamonds. They call me up and ask me, tell me more about lab-grown diamonds. I don't need to tell anything to them. So that's been a fundamental shift, I think, in the entire world. The perception that lab-grown diamonds is here now. It's a product that everybody wants, desires. That's one side. That's the market side of things. But on the other side, what we've seen is obviously a lot of volatility in pricing, consistent decrease in pricing because it's a technology product at the end of the day. And but when I speak about reduction of prices, it's actually been only at B2B level, not at B2C level. So I don't think that has been passed on to the consumer.
So we'll come to that pricing part a little later.
Sure.
When we started talking about the India market. So what has happened is, so to say, the trigger. Why the consumer confidence among people who were sitting on the fence whether to buy or not has gone up. And there are new sets of consumers whose curiosity has gone up for the simple reason that during the budget, everybody watches the budget speech and whether they understand or not. And when Nirmala ji said that they are eco-friendly, suddenly it has given a lot of credibility to the category, as well as it also indicates the government's support and confidence in the industry. So she has reduced the duty. I mean, it has been abolished. So while it may not be in financial terms, it may not be a big impact,
yes.
But it shows the positive intentions and the encouragement for the government to go ahead. Now, I've been going and meeting a lot of retailers. So what has happened is many retailers have started opening exclusive brand outlets for lab-grown diamond jewelry. To give an example, I was in Ahmedabad and there is a company called Kalamandir which is based out of Surat. They have created a retail format called Swara. Fantastic store. Going to Pune, Solitario is a company which I had never heard. Within last 2 to 3 months, they already have 4 stores up and running. And the icing on the cake, so to say, is Vivek Oberoi, who is the film star. Is not only the brand ambassador, he has picked up a stake in the company. So what happens is, India is a star crazy nation. It definitely, things are the way they are moving. I'm sure in next 2 years, a lot new players come in. But coming back to you, if I remember correctly, you had plans to come in the domestic market, but I believe there may have been some delays from your side. So can you elaborate on what happened?
So our retail plans are definitely in action. In fact, now more so than ever. We actually just got possession of our place 1 month ago.
Where?
In BKC. That's going to be our first flagship store, and we hope to have it operational in the next 6 months.
So BKC is a general term. So where exactly in BKC, or is it too soon to?
No, it's already there. So I'm not going to lie to you where it is. It's already, the address is already there. But let it be a surprise for everybody. But in 6 months it'll be in the heart of the Mumbai financial district, business district, CBD, where this week itself we saw the largest launch of the Indian Cultural Week and one of the finest one of the finest auditoriums in the world, opened by Nita Ambani and the Reliance Group, and it's going to be very close by in close proximity to this.
So if I have to read between the lines, is it at Geo?
No, it's not going to be at Geo. It's going to be in this area, within a half-kilometer radius.
Okay. And so all the best for your
Thank
plans. What I also wanted to know from you, last time we met
Sure.
at the ESG conference, and you have been an active proponent of
Right.
ESG.
Right.
So I just wanted to have your views on the SCS 007 certification, because what has happened, suddenly the interest in third party sustainability certification has gone up pretty fast. So what are your views on sustainability certificates?
No, so there are lots of different parameters, different certifications that people are choosing, or companies are asking some of their suppliers and vendors to do. I think everybody, all these certifications are slightly different and slightly unique. I think at the end of the day, it's what story you want to tell to consumer. It's everyone's trying to make an effort. Somebody a larger effort, somebody a smaller effort. What we've chosen to do is, like, we want to make sure that all we do is using renewable energy, not just by buying carbon credits or just trying to offset things. And that is the plan of action that we have taken under our belt right now. And that's not just in our lab-grown diamond business, but it's across all our businesses, even including natural diamonds. So right now, even in Botswana, as we speak, we're setting up solar plants. We want to have our manufacturing completely 100% using renewable energy. The growing part also, either who we partner with or who we or when we do it ourselves, we are going to use renewable energy. We don't want to just offset. Offset is, so when you spoke about certification, it was very important that certification is just about getting a piece of paper. Now, I can have a paper showing that yes, I'm green, I'm eco-friendly. I can have a paper showing that I'm using renewable energy. Nobody's talking about whether you're doing it 100%, whether you're doing it 2%, whether you're actually doing it from a carbon credit purchase perspective, or are you actually doing the work yourself. So there is so much at stake here, and I think there should be some kind of standardization, or just use this as a mechanism for marketing and storytelling. So which direction this entire sustainability angle goes, I'm not sure, but I think consumers have to ask more questions. And if there's more standardization going forward, I feel that will give consumers the correct picture rather than just something that people want to put a tick box to their brand story.
So Arnav, what I wanted to know from you, you mentioned about growing. So you also have a facility in Surat. So what is it? You are just cutting, polishing, manufacturing, or you also grow a diamond?
No, so currently most of our efforts have been behind marketing more than even polishing. Of course, we do all the upstream sides, but I feel the most important part is getting the trust from the consumer, building the trust, and making the market for lab-grown diamonds. And I feel everything else is just supply chain.
So are you having any tie-up with a particular grower, or
Yes,
how do you do?
We do have tie-ups with a couple of growers around the world. I wouldn't even say just in India, around the world. We have our own testing growing facilities ourselves also, but we're constantly looking for new technologies, new ways of doing things, because I think that's a moving goalpost at all times. Technology changes in the way you grow. Once you invest in machines, there's constant developments, things are improving, things are getting more efficient, and I think we all have to be very abreast. And in a tech play, I think none of us diamantes here are used to how fast technology moves. And this is why having more partners in the tech area, we feel is a long-term solution rather than trying to do everything yourself.
So last time when we met, you said you are technology agnostic. So if a consumer actually doesn't really know whether the diamond is grown by HPST or CVD,
Right.
so do you hold the same view today?
I still hold the same view today. A lab, like, it is like saying whether I produced my diamond in India or in America or in this facility or that facility or in this manner or that manner. how much of a difference does it have? A lab-grown diamond is a lab-grown diamond at the end of the day. And so for me, I think it's the story behind the diamonds is more important than the technology or the product or any of it, because all of that is just an ingredient of the story. It's the story that the consumer is buying. It is the story of love, the story of everlastingness, the story of something I wouldn't say so rare anymore, but I would say still precious. Because I just in fact I was speaking to one of the largest builders in the country the other days. They were very interested to get a lab-grown diamond for their wife, and the example I had to tell them is that listen, you are building these nice buildings around the country, and your building will last 100 years. You've done a phenomenal job. 150 years. There's an end life. My diamond doesn't have an end life. Even 10,000 years later, your great grandchildren will still be able to enjoy it. It'll still sparkle the same. And that is the story of diamonds, is the everlastingness.
But you have positioned yourself as a jewelry player.
As a jewelry brand. It's going to be a brand.
So you're not going to trade in loose.
I think the long-term future, no. I mean, of course, it is a part of our business. That's where a lot of the margins drive from, a lot of the business drives from, because we need to cater to the rest of the world also. Because we can't be the retail story and the retail brand will be one part of our entire company and organization's strategy.
Thank you so much for your time.
Very nice meeting you.
And all the very best. Let's remain in touch.
Thank you.